Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the program today. I'm seeing that we have a number of people on the call. Wisdom, Chinedu, Chukujeku is also here. And we have some members of our team, Victoria and George, are here on the call as well. I'm trying to see if I can record this session so that we can upload it on YouTube and more people can probably watch it later. So I'll just go straight into the presentation. Well, let me confirm that you can still see. Can you see the full screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So this is the Afiari Spartans program. It's pretty much um, a platform that we want to use to raise professionals. And these professionals are people that have the best knowledge of Afiari retail software. And they are also licensed to sell to customers. What I mean by this is we don't just want to, anybody out there that will just pick up the software and begin to sell. We actually are creating a pipeline of people that will learn about the product we are building, understand the market we are going after, understand how to handle customer requests, how to manage customer relationships, and of course, sort of become our channel of expansion into different parts of the country. And this is what the program is about, right? So it's more or less a training program. I'll call it a training to earn program because we are giving you training and we're also giving you the opportunity to make money from the trainings that we are providing to you. In this program, you'll be getting the following. Couple of things that you will get is you will have a deep understanding of the product. What is Afiari? What are we building? Who are we building it for? Who are the customers that we're looking at getting? How can you come in and sort of serve as knowledge experts or product experts to these customers? How you can become a reseller of our product? So you need to have deep understanding of what we are building. Another thing is to know who the customers are or types of customers that we are looking at. Of course, it's not exhaustive, but it's to give you an introductory point into the types of people, businesses that we are looking to onboard. And then you will learn strategies on how to reach them, both offline and online. Because we are saying this is like a zero capital process. So we don't even want you to spend any money at the initial point. You will definitely have to start with offline processes. So you would also learn sources on how to reach them and then how to earn money distributing the software to businesses. So with this program, there are a number of things that you're going to learn. The first is sales. So you're going to learn more about sales and you're also going to apply yourself to sort of sell the product to customers. You are also going to learn about everything that has to do with retail business. So from sourcing and purchasing to inventory to stock taking to point of sales, everything really across the spectrum of retail. How does a retail business operate? What are the components of a retail business? Um, how, if someone wants to set up a physical store, what do they need to have in place? All right. How do they automate their business processes? All of these things are things that you are going to understand, and you will be able to do stock taking. You'll be able to do even bookkeeping. You'll be able to do data entry. So many things or so many skills that you're going to be getting out of this program. And if you already know some of them, you would expand on the knowledge that you have, and you would also really, really at the end make money, a lot of money if you apply yourself. Right? This is not a program where we are coming to strategize or think too much. This program is really focused on execution. You learn, you take the strategies, you take the knowledge you have, and you go out there and you sell the product. All right? It is out of the process of selling that you eventually earn the commissions and the sales um, value that we're providing. So this is pretty much the overview. of what the Spartans program is. The reason we call this Spartans is that we want to make it in such a way that it is both a military style of training, and we also want to get the best out of the best. So the best set of people that are going to be standing in the war front, because business is war pretty much, and the best set of people that will be standing in that war front, engaging customers, becoming our eyes in the market, connecting us to customers, and creating that bond between us and people. So there's something I always say, that people buy from people, all right? People do not buy from platforms. People actually buy from people. So if we want people to buy from us, we want to extend ourselves in multiple places so that you will become our eyes, our nose, our ears in those places. And you can also extend what we are providing to them. So, and at the end of the day, they will buy from you, and by extension, they will buy from us. All right? So that is the overview of what we are offering you today. To start with, it's just to look at the entire picture, the overall vision of what we are providing. All right. So right now, Afiari pretty much is a platform that enables physical businesses or people that operate physical stores, or people that sell physical products, to sell their products online, and in that same way automate their business processes. So automation can be, do they know how they take their stock? Is there a synchronized process of buying their products from their suppliers? Is there a way they manage their stock levels, right? How do they handle inventory? Do they know the products they have in their store? If a product misses today, would they be able to trace it? Is there a process that customers buy from them and they can track the orders that customers are buying? So all of these things are things that businesses should have in place, especially when you are running a physical store or a place where you are selling physical products. All right? If you do not have any of this, then it is very easy for you to lose control of what is going on in your business, and also not even know when anybody is actually stealing from you as a business owner. So today, the structure of many businesses or physical businesses is that for the ones that are organized, by the way, they have a point of sale software, right? So point of sale software is like when you go to a shop or a supermarket and you buy something and they scan the items on the cash point, and then they sort of use a computer or a software to sell that product to you and give you a receipt, right? So some of them do have that kind of system, but the problem is that the system that many of the stores today have is pretty much something that once they leave the physical location of that store, they have no control of their data or anything at all that is happening. So for you to know the products that you are selling, how they are selling, and all that information, you need to be within that premises. And if peradventure anything happens in that store, it means that the data will be lost, and because there is no cloud system engaged with what they are providing, it's just Ethernet cables and then connected over a local network. Some of these things might look a bit technical, but don't worry, over the course of the training, we'll break all of these things down when we are talking about the products, right? So they sort of have Ethernet cables connected, and it gives them limited control. And that's why they can't even plug that to an online system if they want to sell their products online. All right. Many of them, in fact, most of them do not have a website. All right. So if they want to sell online today, it is going to be a very difficult task for them, because setting up a website can be interesting, sometimes expensive, sometimes who is going to manage that? How am I going to be uploading the product? All of those information. So many of them don't even have a proper channel of selling their products online. So they are only limited to their physical location, and they are not taking advantage of the world out there and the number of people out there that could actually buy from them. Most of them also do not have a procurement system. So I go to a store or a supermarket or a cosmetic shop or whatever kind of store, right? You see that they still have a lot of paper processes. So when I mean paper processes, I'm talking about when they buy an item, there's a paper documentation, invoicing, all those things are just written on a sheet of paper. Again, this doesn't give you any insights. You don't know anything about your business by looking at those sheets of paper. In fact, even if you know, you are working with head knowledge, and maybe if the person's most valuable employee leaves them, and they don't really know much about what's going on, sometimes they lose a lot of information because that person is going away with so much. So you are using your head knowledge. Maybe, yes, you say you have all the experience in doing this business the last 10 years, but another thing again you have to understand is most people, especially business owners, um, your brain is not as great as you think it is, all right? So sort of is not able to manage all the information that you think you should have. So imagine what you could do when you have real insights, you understand the best products that you have, you know when certain products are going to sell because you have the right data and you are monitoring it. You know how to manage your procurement process. When people are supplying you items, you know how to manage all those processes without any hassle, right? So these businesses, again, many of them don't have that kind of structure. And there is always a case of irregular inventory where um, even though some of them may have the software to do inventory, many of the times it's not accurate because um, they always need to update with current stock count in the store or what is on ground, and they always need to update that with what is in the software. There is really no automated process, and the ones that use automated processes is still quite tedious and difficult. So these are the different levels of challenges that we have seen in the market. And what we are providing for them really is one software to provide all of this. So this software is going to be the channel for sales online. So they're getting a website for their stores. They're able to sell their products seamlessly to multiple customers. There is also delivery partners embedded in it, so they don't need to think about deliveries. Another thing again is that on top of that sales, online sales system, they also have a software to run their store or their shop and automate every part of it, such that even if the person travels abroad, they still know what is going on in their store. They don't necessarily need to be there to know what's happening. They can just log in and have an overview of what is happening in that store, right? So it sort of gives them control. The store operates like a professional one. So even if it's not a big supermarket, but it's a store that is selling products to customers. When you walk into a store and they give you receipts and you see a system that runs the sales and all those things, you sort of believe that this is a good brand because they take their processes seriously as a customer. So this is also something that we provide via our product. So everything around offline operations, purchasing, inventory, stock management, supply management, product uploads on website, everything on those fronts are embedded in the software. Right. So we'll just go ahead straight into um, what we have for today. Yeah. And because you are going to be talking to customers and you are going to be reaching out to customers, we need to understand who these customers are. Before you can sell to anyone, you need to know who they are and where they are. All right. If you do not know who the customer is, there's absolutely no way you can sell anything to them. So I've given you a little snapshot into the vision of what we are building. Now is to talk about who this person is or who these customers are. So the initial point that we are considering right now as a business is that we are looking at a specific set of businesses that will be using our products, right? So from supermarkets, which is like the primary target of the product, to liquor stores, physical stores, any kind of physical store really, like a small store. I'm not, of course, not a kiosk, not a like a mini store that would have maybe up to 500 to 1,000 products in it, right? Um, Even these guys that sell in big markets, maybe importers, maybe distributors that have physical locations and physical stores, they also fall into the bracket of what we are talking about. So supermarkets, liquor stores, physical stores, any kind of physical store really, retail stores, so people that sell directly to consumers, and general businesses that want to sell physical products. So when I mean by that is some people um, may not necessarily be operating from a physical location, but they have physical products that they are selling or they want to sell to customers. Sorry. Okay. So, so these are the types of businesses that we're looking at. And when I say supermarket, for now, we can start with like single location supermarket or single store supermarket, meaning small mini marts or marts. Is anybody raising their hand? Okay. I can't see anything, so if you raise your hand, please let me know. Um, so mini mart. Hello. I can hear a sound, but I don't know if it is someone raising their hand.
Yes, I raised my hand.
Oh, okay. So
Can
do you want to say something?
yes, can we like can you show us the slides as you're talking? Because it's
Oh
still
my
on the first
goodness.
page.
Crazy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god. And that's why I was trying to confirm that you could see the slide from the beginning. Oh wow. Okay. So apologies. I'll just leave it like this and we'll follow through. Apologies for that. So I was talking about who the customers are. All right. So I'd already explained these bits the first time. Um, and now I'm on who is your customer, right? So a mini mart or a store that maybe has 5,000 products, 10,000 products, 2,000 products, 500 products, they fall within that bracket. All right. Some of them may have more than one store locations, but let's first of all start with the smaller ones that may not have all these systems in place. If you go to the big stores, many of them already have some form of system in place, even though it is not great or it's not very good. But it will take you more time to convince those people to use um, another software. All right. So, but over time, of course, we will definitely target those people. But for now, let's start with like the smaller chains, independent stores, people that do not have any affiliation to a head office or anything. You know, one store location, maybe three store locations, maximum of five store locations. All right. So those are the types of businesses that we are looking to partner with. And I was also talking about businesses that sell physical products, right? So there are some people that sell physical products. Please, not drop shippers. I'm not talking about people that are middlemen. No, I'm saying people that have their own products, but maybe they are selling from their homes, or maybe they are selling from, you know, a location that's not necessarily a physical store, but they have maybe a packing store or something. Those types of businesses will also work. So, and there are many types, whether jewelry, whether all types of businesses really. That as long as the products are their own, because we need to verify that they are not just middlemen. Because if a customer orders something, we don't want you to take time to deliver that product. So you must have that product at hand, ready to deliver to the customer. All right. So that's for the customers. Then, how do you get these guys? Like, how do you get them? What is the process of getting them? So remember, you're starting from scratch, so you're not expected to spend any money on marketing. We do not even want you to spend any money yet, right? But you need to also know how you're going to get them. An approach that I always like to talk about is what we call the KLT principle, all right? So how do you get them to use your platform? Simply apply the KLT principle. And this principle is the principle of know, like, and trust. Anybody will buy from anyone they know, like, and trust. It's just a very simple process. So you get the businesses to know you. That's the first thing. So they know you by you introducing what you want to do for them, and probably also asking them about what their challenges are. They like you based on interactions, and then they trust you that you can deliver what you are promising. Right? So you need to know, like, and trust. Then anyone, if you can get them to do this, definitely they will buy from you, especially when it is something that is a pinpoint to them. All right. So how do you get the customers to know, like, and trust you? The first thing is not to shove down a product down their throats. It's not by telling them about all the wonderful features that we have on Afiari or all the things our software can do. No. The first thing to do is to understand their pain points. What are their challenges? What are the problems that they are facing today? All right? The next is that you show them that you understand what they are facing. So if you know their pain points, the next is to show them that you really understand those pain points and you know what they're facing. Then the next is offer to solve the problem for them and get paid for it. So you know the problem, you show them that you understand this problem to a large extent, and then you are offering to solve that problem for them and then get paid for it. The next thing is prove that you have deep product knowledge. So most of these problems that they have are things that our software is going to be providing. So you need to know exactly what you are talking about. You don't want to go there and they're asking you something about the product and you don't know. All right. So you need to have deep product knowledge of what the software can do, what it cannot do, what we are even going to be implementing, and you also become like our channel for feedback. So if a customer tells you a certain thing, you come back and let us know this is what they are asking for. Is this possible or not? All right. If you do not have that information already, and then the last is that you prove that you can solve their problem. What you just do in that case is really bring the business on board and let them start using the tool. All right. So we have done all the hard work for you. We have built the software. We have taken the pain of understanding a lot of their pain points, and we are still understanding them as we go. We've built a couple of solutions already, and we've launched them in the market, right? Now, the only thing you will do is to now begin to distribute this solution that we've built, all right? And if you take these processes that I've told you, understand their pain points, show them that you understand what they are facing, offer to solve the problem for them and get paid. Please, you're not offering them for free, all right? So you're going to offer to solve the problem for them, and how they are going to get that problem solved is by subscribing to the software, and from which you are going to get your money. So some common challenges that physical businesses have, a couple of them from my own experience and from engagements that we've had with a number of them as well. There's the number one thing that all of them always talk about is that they are not making enough sales. This is just something that is general. How can I make more sales? How can I increase my revenue? How do I make more profit for my business? All right? And you would understand that physical businesses have a limitation or a cap on the amount of people they can serve, because it's only people that come around there that they can serve. Many of them don't even know who their customers are. When they buy from them, they don't know who their customers are. They don't have any relationship with their customers, right? They don't know how to do repeat businesses. Some do, but many don't. Um, so they always talk about making enough sales, right? So, and one way to make enough sale is by increasing the channels that you are selling from. So if you are selling from a physical store, you could increase your channel by going online, by having a website where customers can actually buy. I'm not talking about a fancy website that is just there for, just for the sake of it. No, I'm talking about a place, a sales page where customers can actually shop from that business and get items sent across to them. So, so that is a challenge, right? And one of the things that we are doing is to help these businesses to increase their revenue by providing them alternative sales channels, right? Then another egg that would come up, or that could come up from your engagement would be that they don't have an automated sales process, so they lose lots of sales. And again, this still goes back to online sales. So imagine you have maybe 5,000 products in your store and you are selling through WhatsApp. There's only like a limit to what you can do with that, because when a customer comes to you, they say, oh, what do you have? You probably need to show them a catalog of 5,000 products, and maybe they'll be going back and forth to say, okay, do you have this one? Do you not have this one? And all those processes will take time, and sometimes people will just naturally drop off because they don't even have the patience to engage in those types of processes. So what you want to do is to set up an actual system, like an online sales system, that will automate that sales process. And doing that is first of all having a proper sales channel, like a simple one-page website where they can buy your products from. All right. There's also the part of sending traffic to that website and having, recording who your customers are and sending them, messages and all that stuff. But that is like a sales funnel, and I'm going to also take you through that sales funnel in later classes. But the basic principle is at least having a channel that they can go to, and by themselves they will click and decide what they want to buy and what they don't want to buy. And when they make their payment, the orders are picked up by a delivery partner and sent across to the customer. Another challenge that we've seen is that they don't know when someone is stealing from them. So an employee might be taking some huge amount of money out of the business, stealing products, cutting corners, and doing all sorts of things, right? And they won't know because there is no system in place to track all their processes. So one of the things that the software does is that we automate the processes for these businesses so that they know what is happening at every point in time. They know how many items that are being ordered. They know how many items are going into their stock. As customers buy those products, it also affects the stock that they have, and everything just seamlessly balances if you follow the processes well, right? So the software provides an opportunity for them to automate all of these processes so that even if someone is stealing from them, they will know before it escalates or before it goes far, and they can, put a penalty to that or know how to handle it. Another case is the fact that they can't track their business processes well, right? So um, sometimes invoices to customers, to suppliers, they don't know the suppliers they've paid. Sometimes, yes, they know, but they are confusing the processes in terms of, oh, which one did I pay you on? When did I pay you? Did I give you a purchase order? All of those things, they can't track their processes very well, and this also makes the business to lag in a lot of ways. So this is something that comes up a lot. And then they don't handle customers professionally. This one is very interesting because in today's world, competition is increasing and customers are not as loyal as they used to be. People are looking for better places, better customer services, better user experiences. Like, so where I go to and I buy something quickly and I leave without wasting time, right? So um, if you have a system in place, most of these challenges will be taken away within an instant. But if there is no process in place, the customer comes to your shop and buys something. First of all, they don't know how much the items are. Okay, they come to you and they say, "How much are you selling?" And maybe you begin to price or begin to argue or begin to talk back and forth. But if there's a system in place that will handle those sales, once they pick the items, they come and drop it for you. You you scan for the items and tell them the price, they pay, you give them a receipt. The reason for the receipt also is not just to, have that professional view, is that if somebody buys something or they come back and they want to make a case for what they bought or they refund or they want you to change something, you need to have a way to track, okay, what did you buy? How will I prove that you bought this thing here? So a receipt can actually help you handle those type of things so that customers will not just maybe buy something somewhere and come and tell you they bought it from you, or some kinds of interesting stuff happen a lot. So those what's it called now? Those receipt system is there to help you handle any kind of other conflicts, or maybe somebody made a payment and they said they gave you XYZ amount of money and what they gave you is not complete, and all of those challenges you can track with the receipts and know, okay, this is how much you paid and this is what we collected from you, and all those things. It's The software is able to handle that. Another case is that they don't know which product sells more at a given point in time. Many stores do not have insight into their data. Some of them will feel like, oh, we know, right? I've been doing this business. But the truth is, in the real sense of it, they don't actually know, right? Because um, using head knowledge, you have a bias of what you think is selling. You have a bias of what you think customers are buying from you. You're not tracking who your customers are. You're not tracking what they are buying. You're not tracking when they are buying it. You don't know if certain products are seasonal products. You don't know if certain products are, why certain products are selling and the rest of them. You can't make informed decisions because you don't have insights. So a software like this helps you to actually know much more about your product and gives you even much more insight into the kinds of products that you're selling and what is really selling in your store at any point. And that can even help you decide on what types of products you will restock more. It can help you plan your restocking processes. In fact, it just gives you a full control over your business as a business owner, as a retailer, as a physical store owner, and a case like that. So these are some of the major challenges that we've seen. If you just listening to what I have said right now, does anybody have any idea around some of the other challenges that may not have been talked about? Do you have any? Have you encountered anything like this before? What do you think about the challenges, or what kind of challenges do you think businesses would face? Anybody can speak if you have any input. Okay, yeah, Juku, you can go.
So thank you for the lecture. So one I can think of is being jack of all trades. When
Okay.
you enter a store and you kind of wondering if you have entered a stationery store, or a bookshop, or a
Okay.
condiment shop, you see people selling all manner of things. So by doing that, you cannot focus. You won't know the one that is more selling. Or I believe in somebody focusing on one part of a business
Okay.
and gain more knowledge in it. But because when you become a jack of all trades, you see that you will not have a focus. You will not have the one that you say, yes, I specialize in this one.
Okay.
So I think that's
Oh,
what I have to say.
all right, cool. I mean, actually very good input. Truthfully, some businesses are very, very interesting. Like they sell all kinds of things, right? But one thing we also need to understand is that we do not necessarily, at this point, especially, a business owner knows what they want to sell. They feel like they have all the insights into what they want to sell, right? And sometimes telling them, oh, you are selling too many products might just send off the wrong message across. So one of the things that a software like this can even do for them is to know where they should focus on eventually. So if you are selling maybe 15 types of products, different products, and over time you now observe that certain products sell much more than certain other products, it just sort of gives you an understanding into, okay, so there is no need continuing with this line if it's not what I am selling, right? And then I can focus my energy more on the areas that I am selling, right? So these are just some of the things that can be put in place for these businesses and to understand their challenges, right? How do you get the customers to know, trust, and like you? I think I've talked about this before. So, understanding their pain points, show them that you understand what they are facing, and offer the problem for them to get, offer to solve the problem for them and get paid for it. Once you are able to offer a solution, right, and you can show them, some of the ways you can show them is showing them via a walkthrough, taking them through a demo, um, telling them what they can do with a certain solution, and they can see it, right? It's easier for them to see and know, oh, okay, this makes sense, right? And then they can now begin to use that solution, all right? So these are some of the things that are there. So for you to offer this problem, to solve this problem, what solution are you going to be rendering across? And this is just to talk a bit about our products and what the software is about. So SaaS means software as a service. Or if you didn't know about that, software as a service is these are like solutions or software solutions that businesses subscribe to within a given period that is recurring. So let me say I want to subscribe to your software and I'm going to be paying every year for that software. That software is a SaaS product. So you're not paying once, for the full solution, or you are subscribing and every year you'll be charged for using it. So it's a SaaS-enabled marketplace. Yes, please.
Please, is that an acronym? What's the full meaning?
Software as a service. Software as a service. Did you get that?
Yes, software as a service.
Yes. So you are providing a service, but that service is a software. And what makes it a service is that it is recurring. It's not one-off, right? So they pay and then they subscribe. And just the way you have Netflix subscription, yeah, you pay every month, right? So that's also the same way. That's a SaaS. So that's also the same way you have a software that businesses are going to subscribe to on a yearly basis in our own case. Now, it's a SaaS-enabled marketplace. A marketplace is where people can buy and sell products, pretty much. So, and it is for supermarkets, retail stores. Of course, we are doing it for Africa, but we're starting from Nigeria. And the goal is that they'll be able to sell their products online while automating their offline and online processes seamlessly. So what this means is everything they need their store, every process that they engage in for their store to run, from the way they supply them items, to the way they manage their inventory, to the way they track their stock, to the way they make sales in their store, and then combining that with an online platform where customers can buy from them, you know, this is what we are providing. So that online platform is like their own unique store, and then this is backed by the software that operates their physical store, and all of these are now pushed on a marketplace. The marketplace is where we have different stores that customers can come and buy from anyone that they like. So we are going to be aggregating different stores, all these many stores on that platform, and the customer can come there and look for anyone they like and buy from them. The way it works today is that we sign up these businesses or merchants, we call them merchants, onboard merchants. And to onboard a merchant, you go to business.afiari.com. That is where you see all the information about merchants and how to onboard them. We are also going to walk through all those platforms in subsequent classes. Then once we onboard them, either they pay for a particular subscription or package, they get their online platform, like a website, right? They get their own website where products are going to be, they have their product, their store name, their location, and all the products that they are selling will be there. And then all of these different stores are now aggregated on a marketplace. All right, so that's like the most important process. But aside from the online system, like I've said, the software, which is more of what you are going to be selling, the software to automate their business, to handle their inventory, to handle their stock, to manage their processes, is what is powering this online sales. All right. So that is how the product works in like just a brief overview. So how do we make money, really? I'm just going to skim through this because I'm going to talk about how we make money and then how you, as a Spartan, will also make money on Afiari. So for the business, how does the business make money? First of all, we have a service fee that we charge on every transaction that goes through the online platform, and that is 2% of all the transactions. So if anybody buys any item from this business, we take a 2% cut from whatever it is that they sell to that customer. The reason for this is that we are providing all the services so that they only think about selling. Everything from the delivery to the platform to everything along that chain is handled by us, and they don't need to think about that. So the plans that we have, so the first plan we have is a starter plan, and there's a free plan, but the reason I'm not talking about the free plan right now is that you're not earning anything on the free plan. So you're only going to earn on when they at least take up the minimum subscription or the higher subscription. So starter plan is 60,000 naira per year, and on this subscription they get one store. They can onboard one store. They can upload up to 1,000 products, and they get access to customers' emails and phone numbers. So they can know who their customers are, they know their emails, they know their phone numbers. They can send them emails through our CRM that we are building right now. We are going to be building right now. they can send them text messages, they can send WhatsApp messages, they can do marketing from there. So all of those things can be handled from there. But these businesses are people that only want to sell their products online. They don't want to handle any other thing. They just want to sell their products online, right? So this is the package for them. And we have a one-time offer right now. It's a limited time offer, by the way, where we help them generate 20 leads for their business. The next plan is the basic plan, which is more or less the full plan, but it's for one store as well. But this time it is 10,000 products. This is more or less maybe a supermarket or at least a big store. And then they also have access to customers' emails and phone numbers. They can get 50 leads. Um, they have up to 200 vendors that suppliers that they can manage via the platform. They get 50 discounts per month. There's a point of sale software where whenever customers buy something, they can handle those sales automatically and give them receipts. There's an inventory solution embedded as well. And all the solutions, in fact, is embedded in this, right? The unique link is there, but it's something that we've not worked on yet. But it's something that we are thinking about implementing. For this, it is 200,000 naira per year. And any business that comes on this platform, we are looking at this will be like the majority type of, or this is the most popular subscription that we're going to be having, because we don't just want people that want to sell online alone. We also want people that will want to automate their physical businesses. The next plan is the same thing, but this time it's going to now manage 3 stores. So maybe the business has more than 1 store location. Maybe they have one in Lekki, they have one somewhere else, or they have one in a market, right? So they can handle all of those different 3 stores, 35,000 products, 600 vendors, 100 discounts per month. Point of sale software and inventory solution is also there. And for this one, it is, who is calling? For this one, it is 500,000 naira per year. The next plan is the Pro plan, which is the maximum plan for now, right? If you have a business that is bigger than this, that's more like an enterprise customer, and we'll probably need to have a custom charge for it. But for now, we're assuming that this will be the maximum stores that we're looking at this level. So 5 store locations. They can do up to 70,000 products. They can have 150 leads, 1,000 vendors, 150 discounts per month, and there's also the point of sale software and inventory solution. Across all of them, there is 2% transaction fee, and this one is 900K per year. So, we've talked about how we make money. Now let's talk about how you can make money from this. So as a Spartan, you make money on every sale at all that you get. Now, the sale for now may not be only you. In fact, you may be bringing us the leads and working with us to close them, all right? We are not just going to leave you to go through all the processes on your own, right? But as long as the business came from you, even if we are the ones that close them eventually, you will still get paid your money. But we want to train to the point where you can do that process by yourself and handle all of it on your own. All right? So the range is between 10% to 30% in the first year, while earning 10% in the second year. What this means is that we have a range of what you can earn. Now, if you bring a business on the starter plan and they pay 60,000 subscription, what you will earn on that sale is 10%, right? And the value of that is 6,000 naira. So every business that you bring that is registering on that starter plan, you'll get 6,000 naira on every sale. Now on the basic plan, you get 30%, right? So from that basic plan and above, what you get is actually 30% as at today. Sometime in future, it may not be the same, so that is why you must take advantage of these huge commissions. So that means that you are going to be earning 60,000 naira on every sale, right? So imagine you are able to do, say, 7 to 10 businesses in a month. You can multiply that by the number of businesses that you do in 1 month, and you see how much you can earn. So, like I said, the software is there. The only thing you would have to do is go out and talk to customers and get businesses to subscribe. That's all. We'll walk through with you in the process. I'm not saying it's going to be a simple process, by the way, no, or it's just going to be a walk in the park. No, it's something that you will learn as you grow. But as long as you execute, you will definitely get businesses onboarded. Then the next is, the standard plan. You also make 30% on that, which is 150,000, and the biggest plan, which is 900K, you also make 30% on that, which is 270,000 naira. All right. So this is how you make money. And if you imagine you want to be doing maybe 200 to 500K per month, which is basic really, you just calculate how much per sale and how many businesses you should be able to get in that month to earn that amount. And it's sort of it is not simple, and at the same time, it is not a difficult thing. The only thing it will take you right now, you don't need any capital. The only thing it will take you is to identify the businesses, especially the ones within your location, and then go out and talk to them. Really, that's how we've discovered that these things work. Talk to them and understand. Ask them, okay, what are the challenges that you have? Or so I'm trying to provide a solution for you, but what are the challenges that you have, right? And then have a conversation about it. If you need to escalate, of course, I will always be there. We'll be on the team. Will also be there to provide support to you. Now, the next steps from here. What are the next steps from here? A very simple process that you need to do within the next week. All right. And if you do this within the next week, I'm sure that you can close at least one business, at least one. You walk up to 10 businesses within your location and understand what their challenges are. You show them that you understand what they are facing. You offer to solve the problem for them and get paid for it. The idea is that out of these 10, you are able to close at least one of them. You may not close them immediately, but the plan is that you should be able to close one of those businesses. When I mean close, I'm talking about getting them to subscribe. And again, you are not trying to cajole anybody or trying to lie to them or trying to use some dubious means or anything. No. What you just know is that, oh, you're not selling enough. Okay, we have a way for you to sell more products. We'll give you a website. We'll also run an initial ad for you to get you XYZ amount of leads. And then from there, you can also set up a system by running ads for your business to generate more sales. Simple. Another thing again is, I don't know what's going on in my business. I lost 2 million last month because somebody stole from me. Okay, automate your business, right? And this software helps you to do that. And, we give you this, we give you that, we tell you all the features. And then if it makes sense, you come on board and you pay us XYZ amount of money for that, which is at least 200,000 naira for a year. Okay? And the good thing about what we are providing is this is one of the cheapest solutions right now, or one of the most affordable solutions right now in the market. Eventually, it may become more expensive than this, but as of today, this is one of the most affordable. So the line of action for you is look for 10 businesses. How do you look for them? You can go to Google and search physical stores, supermarkets, retail stores, any of those type of things you search on Google, you will see a lot of stores around your location, and you will see their phone numbers. You can pick their phone numbers and call and say, oh, I have this proposition. Can I come and visit you? Right? They say yes, you go visit and you have the engagement. Once you have that initial contact, you can reach out to us. If they need anything, maybe they need a demo, whatever, you can reach out to us and we can have that conversation with them as well. Once we close them, you get paid your money immediately. So that is, pretty much an introduction into the Afiari Spartan program, and I wanted to use this as a medium to welcome you and to say that we want you to work with us. We also need you to commit, because if you are going to be putting our resources into training you and giving you all these tools, we want to be sure that you are executing. You are not just taking them and staying in your house and not doing anything. You actually execute and go out there and get those businesses and spread the word, right? And from there, you get them onboarded, and of course get your commission. So that will be it from me today. My name is Chigozie Njoku. I am the co-founder and CEO at Afiari. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, we'll now take them. Are there any questions?
None from my side.
Okay, so you pretty much understand everything, yeah?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Hi, Favor. Do you have any questions? Okay. Wisdom, do you have any questions?
No,
Okay.
I don't have a question.
Okay, Favor, where are you, please? Are you on the WhatsApp group, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Where are you? What's your location?
A papa.
Oh, okay, great. There are a lot of supermarkets there too. Okay. Um,
Alright.
okay. Wisdom, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I don't have any question.
All right, cool. So I'm guessing that the information is clear and I was able to do justice to it.
Sorry, quick one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't have a question as per not understanding any of the things you said,
Okay.
but I have a situation. You might have to probably take your time to like think about it, but I
Okay.
was hoping there would be a way to automate things where I work. So currently I work as an admin personnel
Okay.
in an FMCG, right?
Interesting.
So we serve as basically middleman between agents and clients. That
Okay.
is our experts. So particularly we handle their ticketing, international, local, hotels,
Okay.
bookings, and reconciliation between us and vendors. So basically, as much as I was thinking of how we could sell or how I could sell this particular service to like commercial brands, I was equally thinking of how it applies to my current so I am really trying to see if there are exercises or processes in all of the things we do that can be automated,
Okay.
and if there's any part of the products that could benefit us. Yeah, because it seems the human factor is very important in my line of work because of there are sometimes communications that are not really just that is not expected. So I'm really looking what part of it can be automated,
Okay.
what part of tracking can we do? Yeah.
All right. That's very, very interesting. So what we can do really is we'll probably schedule a call with you because I will need to understand the flow of your processes, right? So when you say between vendors, so what are the processes that you engage in typically, right? It will not happen on this call, but we'll set up another call with you so that we'll understand the full end-to-end process, right? Then we'll know if there are certain components of our product that can serve you, or if you are looking for maybe a custom solution to actually handle um, for that organization, right? So we can have the conversation after now. All right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So so we are going to be wrapping up now, but before we leave, I don't know, George, do you have any comments? Just by the way, George is my co-founder and CTO at Afiari, so just wanted to know if there is any input.
Nice to meet you, George.
Uh, Thank you very much, Igazi. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, J2. Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you, Victoria, our program manager. Um, we are running out of time already, but just to say that this is a good opportunity for everybody in the room right now. Take this by the horn and go all out. We have an amazing team backing this product, really. It's a new product, it's a new brand. That's why selling it is going to be hard, because people are sometimes very resistant to change. Right, but we promise that there's a whole batch of smart people backing this up, and the product is not going to be the reason why you don't make sales, really. It promises to be a fantastic product, really. So I just want to encourage us to go all out and test the waters and see how much we can swim. Thank you very much for your time. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Igazi.
Okay. Thank you so much, George. That was really nice of you. So Victoria just dropped off, but pretty much Victoria is the program manager for this, and she'll be handling most of the communications, um, engagement, information, and everything that has to do with the program. And she'll also talk about the next steps from here in terms of what are the next trainings we are going to be having and the rest of them. But before we have the next set of trainings, we would like to see how you've implemented, who you talked to, um, possibly names of people that you talked to. When I say people, I'm talking about businesses, right? Um, how you've engaged with them, what are their challenges, where do they feel like they are not getting it in their business, and how are they thinking about automation. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll meet you in another time. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.